This country is the wealthiest country in the history of the world. That's a fact. And yet most Americans don't know it because almost all of that income and all of that wealth rests in the hands of the few. And I think what you have heard this morning, this afternoon, is that it is time that we make our government work for all of the people and not just the few on top. The fact of the matter is that today we have the highest rate of childhood poverty of any major country on earth, despite a proliferation of millionaires and billionaires. It should not be acceptable that in the United States of America in the year 2015, 40% of African American children are living in poverty. It should not be acceptable that half of African American workers are earning less than $15 an hour. It should not be acceptable that millions of families in this day and age of a competitive global economy are struggling to figure out how they can send their kids to college. We can do better than that. We must do better than that. And our job is to create an economy that works for all, not just the people on top. It is not acceptable to me or anyone up here that in America today we have more people in jail than any other country on earth, including China, 4 times our size. Instead of spending $80 billion a year locking people up, it makes a lot more sense to me to be investing in jobs and education for our young people rather than jails and incarceration. We have today in this country 33% of white kids 17 to 20 who are high school graduates who are unemployed or underemployed. We have 36% of Latino kids unemployed or underemployed. We have 51% of African American young people unemployed or underemployed. And I promise you that as president, we will end this disgrace of having more people in jail than any other country, and we are going to create jobs for those young people. We are going to create educational opportunity for those young people. And when we talk about education, I want to make clear that whether it's Burlington, Vermont, or Columbia, South Carolina, I want every kid in a school, no matter what the income of their family is, to know that if they study hard, if they do well in school, they will have the opportunity to get a college education, because we will make public colleges and universities in this country tuition free. And we are going to tell those who have graduated deeply in debt, paying 6, 8, 10, 11% interest rates on their student debt, we are going to lower that student debt. And we're going to pay for that through a tax on Wall Street speculation. When Wall Street collapsed because of their greed and their recklessness, they came running to Congress for help. Now it is Wall Street's turn to start helping the working class and middle class of this country. And there's one other issue that I want to touch on, and it's a sensitive issue to me. It gets beyond economics, it gets beyond criminal justice, and it gets the heart and soul of what this country is supposed to be about. And I am the former chairman of the Veterans Committee in the U.S. Senate, and in that capacity, I had the opportunity to meet with veterans from World War II, Korea, Vietnam, all the way through Iraq and Afghanistan. And I met with incredibly brave people who sacrificed so much, gave parts of their body. In some cases, people lost their lives to defend American democracy. And this I pledge, that if elected President of the United States of America, we're not going to continue a situation where Republican governors and legislatures are making it harder and harder for people to participate in the political process. And let me be very clear as I can be, that people who are afraid of free and fair elections, who are working overtime to deny the right of people to vote just because those people may vote against them, are political cowards. If you are afraid to run in a free and fair election, if you believe that your ideas can't win, then get another job and don't participate in politics. So our job is to make it, we're working on, whether it's one way or another, maybe a constitutional amendment. I don't think it is too much to ask that in this country, every citizen of the United States who is 18 years of age or older has the right to vote. End of discussion. So I just want to thank the many people who are here and some who are not here for their support. It means a lot to me. I think we have an excellent chance to do well in South Carolina. I think we got a ways to go. I think we start as an underdog. But with a team like this, with the issues that we're talking about, I think we are going to resonate with people throughout this state, and we're going to surprise a lot of folks on Election Day. Thank you all very much.